On the streets of Kigali, you wouldn't expect to hear the words labia, clitoris, or vulva. But you would if you followed Tatiba Makumana's YouTube channel. It doesn't shy away from taboos relating to sex or the female body. Her expertise is gukuna. In small groups, the women learn how to massage and pull their inner labia.
The proportional measure for the labia minora is your finger. Both labia minora ought to be this length, you see?
Do you pull the labia one by one, or do you pull both at the same time?
Rwanda, a country in East Africa, is known for promoting gender equality in politics, education, and even sexual pleasure. One such sexual practice is called Kunyaza, which aims to facilitate female orgasm and ejaculation during intercourse. Kunyaza is a traditional practice in Rwanda and Burundi, and it dates back to the Third Dynasty rule. According to folk tradition, the queen chose one of her guards to have sex with, but he suffered performance anxiety and failed to penetrate her. Instead, his penis rubbing against her labia and clitoris gave her satisfaction. The male partner first stimulates the labia minora of the female partner by tapping and also rubbing with his penis, and then, at a certain level of arousal, proceeds to stimulate the internal surfaces of the labia minora and the vulval vestibule, including the urinary meatus in the same manner, followed by stimulation of the clitoris, vulval vestibule, labia minora, and the vaginal opening. Removal of the female partner's pubic hair is advised for more comfortable manipulation of the penis. The technique encourages female ejaculation and orgasms and is well known but not openly discussed. A 2008 survey with Rwandan male respondents suggested that female European visitors to the country are being introduced to the practice by local men. During the 2010s, the practice saw spread through social media to Kenya. Kunyaza is usually considered a traditional practice in Rwanda. Vestine, a radio show host in Rwanda, believes that Kunyaza is enjoyable, and anyone can do it, even white people. According to her, Kunyaza is all about female pleasure, and it is crucial because everyone deserves to be happy.
Hello. I'm a married woman with 3 children. I'm a sexologist and I live here in Rwanda.
Kunyaza is often practiced alongside gukuna, which is the act of stretching a woman's labia. Labia stretching, also referred to as labia elongation or labia pulling, is the act of lengthening the labia minora, the inner lips of the female genitals, through manual manipulation or physical equipment, such as weights. Labia stretching is a familial cultural practice in parts of Rwanda and is performed for sexual enhancement, aesthetics, symmetry, and gratification. Although the World Health Organization previously included labial stretching within the context of mutilation, the negative context of that was not supported by the research of Marion Koster MSc and Dr. Lisa Price of Wageningen University, Netherlands. This led the WHO to schedule amending their treatment of it, perhaps as modification instead, in February 2008. The practice of labial stretching does not violate women's rights, in that it does not involve physical violence, unless the woman is misled as to the benefits of the practice. However, it may be contrary to African customary law and rights of women if it is in conflict with public policy. Historically, before people wore underwear, labia elongation was practiced in Rwanda because it was believed to prevent infection and increase modesty by concealing the vagina. Today, women are told that elongating their labia will prepare them for marriage, increase their partner's sexual pleasure, as well as their own. However, Kigali-based gynecologist Dr. Magnifique disagrees, stating that there are no scientific, proven benefits for labial elongation. In addition, the procedure is not reversible, and if a woman wants to reverse it, she must go through a surgical procedure.
I feel a bit nervous discussing about these things, but yeah, my mother comes from a very conservative cultural background, and the good thing is that she doesn't understand English. So if she hears me talking about this, she'll be like, my son is gone. Saying that labial elongation increases pleasure, from the scientific point, I feel like pleasure would come more from a hormonal change. There are no scientific proven benefits for labial elongation. And the other thing is that maybe this comes into also long term, the reversibility. Let's say you've done it, and at some point you've done it when you're 10 years, and then you get to be 20, and you're like, I no longer need this. If you want to reverse it, you have to go through a surgical procedure.
Juliet Caritain, an activist, is worried about the impact gukuna has on young girls. Among her generation, gukuna is considered an old practice, and it shouldn't be discussed because girls today need to be in school, not getting married at 12 to 14 years old. For Juliet, the practice of gukuna validates making young girls innocent, and we are in another generation.
Among my generation, and my boyfriend doesn't believe in gukuna because they feel like it's an old practice, and for children, it shouldn't even be like, we shouldn't even discuss about it. The reason why in our culture they were doing it at that early age is because our grandmothers used to get married at 12, 14. But now a 14 years old need to be in school. For me, it's violation of like their innocence. We are in another generation.
Additionally, it is important to note that the practice of labia elongation in Kunyaza is not unique to Rwanda, as it can be found in other parts of Africa and even some other cultures around the world. However, the specific cultural significance and beliefs surrounding these practices in Rwanda make them an interesting and important topic for discussion and exploration.
Of course, you meet some men who are very blunt about it. So if you're going to tell me some stuff about pulling or doing whatever, I'm going to ask you some questions that will make you uncomfortable, right? Yeah. Like, how well endowed are you?
But in our society, a woman who elongated her labia, like they consider you now you're a full woman, you're you are a wife material.
Don't agree with people who stand on culture saying, oh, this is our culture. Yes, our culture is a huge thing actually, but if something is harmful, if something creates gender inequality, if something hurts someone, I don't see why we would cling to it just for the sake of culture.
Overall, while some may view the practices of labia elongation and kunyaza as controversial or even harmful, others see them as important traditions that promote female pleasure and sexual satisfaction. It is clear that these practices are deeply rooted in Rwandan culture and history and continue to play a significant role in the country's social and sexual norms. Understanding and respecting these traditions is essential for promoting gender equality and sexual health in Rwanda and beyond.